Hi everyone, hi Liz here. Welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, we're gonna have my medium fall TBR because I didn't want to say it's small because it's 10 books, but it's not big, so it's medium. My medium fall TBR. So I have 10 books I want to read this fall, and I think I'm gonna be able to get through all of them, but the tricky thing is fall is usually the hardest time I have reading. I don't know why. I think since it's beginning of the school year, I always get really overwhelmed with everything going on in school. So we will see if I can get through all these books. But if you guys want to see me reading them, they are most likely going to be on any YouTube video that comes out this fall or winter, so check that out. This video also won't be very edited, just so you know, because this is very it's a very small list. I liked going into books blindly, so there's not a lot to say. I just wanted to make a video with the books I want to read this fall. If you guys have read them, convince me to read them faster or first. And yeah, I think that's it. Don't forget to leave me a like and subscribe. That's very important. Yay. So the first two books are by the same author, and the first one is Catabases. Yay. Yeah, I have all the covers on my phone. I downloaded them from Pinterest, so I didn't have to put them into the editing day because I don't want to edit. That's me right now. So Catabases, I don't know much about it, but I've been watching a video on the Divine Comedy and all the 9 layers of the, oh my god, I do call it Inferno. Do you also call it Inferno? Hell. All the layers of hell. Oh my god, I forgot that hell was the English word. To me, it's Inferno. In Portuguese, it's Inferno as well. So, I was watching that video on the layers of all the layers of hell, and I'm pretty interested in knowing how she put that into the story. I don't even know the name of the main characters. I know I've seen one TikTok talking about it, but I don't know. By R.F. Kuang, I read The Poppy War and I read Yellowface, so I think Catabases is gonna be I don't know, because I gave The Poppy War 3.5 stars and I think I gave Yellowface 4.5, so maybe Catabases will be in the middle of those two. But the second book I want to read this fall is Babel. I have the audiobook of Babel. I have the physical copy of this one as well. Don't know which one I'll pick, or maybe both. I'll do a mix of both because I tried to read it once last year, but I wasn't getting into the story and it was fall and I was having a hard time. So I don't know, maybe picking it up into audio will make it easier, especially towards the beginning of the book. But I remember there was this boy, and he was he was Asian. I don't remember which country he was from. I don't know if he was Chinese, and he was coming to London. Was it London? Wait, I don't remember. I don't know. I read 3 pages or 4, and I remember something about books under a bed. Maybe I'm mixing that up with something else. But yeah, that's what I remember. But I'm really excited to read them. But I still think I'm gonna enjoy Catabases more than Babel. But maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll have to see. The next book I want to read is Bride by Ali Hazelwood. And I'm probably gonna read it in a video that's gonna be called Giving Hallie Hazelwood a Second Chance. Because I read one book of hers and it was The Love Hypothesis. It's gonna have a movie, and unfortunately I gave that book 1 star. Hated it. I don't know, maybe the me at the time didn't get it. It's totally possible, but I'm never gonna pick that back up. I'm gonna watch the movie though. Gonna watch the movie because I love movies, so we're gonna do that. But with Bride, I think this is about a wolf and a vampire, but I'm not sure. And that's why I like to go into things blindly, but like definitely a wolf. You can see that. I don't know if she's a vampire though. If she is, I love that. I love vampires. Give me 14 of those right now. So yeah, I don't have anything to say. Just giving her the second chance she deserves. And maybe if I like it, I will try and read some of her more summary romances. Then we have a book that everyone and their mother has read. The Pumpkin Sky... what? The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I'm gonna read this book because I just want to read the Christmas one. But I think to read the Christmas one, I kind of need to get through those first 2 books, and then it's the Christmas one. So I think they're gonna be easy reads from what I've heard, and I can totally read them on the train, specifically when I'm coming back home, because I'm like, my brain just wants to die and I don't want to be on a train. So maybe reading those books is gonna make me want to be more there. I don't know, that's what I'm hoping. Please. Okay, more. Okay, this one, I already bought this book and it's only releasing in Portugal at the end of October. It's in English, it's the English version at the end of October, but I had a 30% discount and I already bought it on the, what is it called, pre-release? I don't know. It's only coming here, arriving into my house on like November 9th. That's so sad to say. I have this book on my Kindle, but I am gonna want to read this physically and annotate the shit out of it. And it's Nocticadia. I know you guys are like, ew. I'm so intrigued by Nocticadia. It's a whole thing. I love age gap, specifically dark romance age gap. Sorry, but I think I'm gonna love this. From everything I've heard about the story, I'm gonna love it. Love it. And if you guys want me to make a underlined episode about it, I can totally do that. I'll do it. Okay, the next book has a very similar cover to the last one. This is Her Soul to Take by Harley LaRue. I've read the Losers Duet, and I've bought them physically. Yes, I don't think I told you guys that. I've bought them. They're arriving here on Christmas because my aunt was the one who picked them up. They're coming from Germany. The thing is, Portugal doesn't have these books that I love, so my aunt usually picks them up in Germany because she lives there. And this happened with the Devil's Night series, and is also happening with this because I also asked her to get me Nocticadia, but since it was releasing in Portugal, I was like, wait, I can get that. Like, I'm gonna get it a month or so earlier than she would have gotten here, so it's okay. But yeah, I want to read Her Soul to Take because I loved Harley LaRue's writing. Lucas from the Losers Duet, he's up there with Kai Mori on my book boyfriends. Like, my top 3 book boyfriends, 1 and 2, 1 Kai Mori, 2 Lucas. I don't think I have a third right now. I don't know, but like top 2. I can't. I'm blushing over words written on paper. Yeah. Okay, now we're going into a book that has nothing to do with fall, but I just want to get into. And it's Wild Love by Elsie Silver. I want to read this because I bought Wildcard as well as I bought Nocticadia. Look, the other book that's coming with Nocticadia is Wildcard. You know why? Do you know why? Because it's age gap and it's boyfriend's father. I'm obsessed with this. Like this trope gets me every time. I am sorry. But yeah, I have to read like 3 books, the wild books, to read Wildcard, but I also think they're not really they're interconnected, but like they don't follow a specific order. So I'm gonna read this one just to see. Like, if I enjoy this one a lot, I might go through all of them in order. But if I don't, I'm gonna read this one and then I read Wildcard and I'll be happy. But yeah, I think I'm gonna love Wildcard. I like Elsie Silver a lot. I liked what's the name of Theo Silva's book? Reckless? Okay, I love Reckless. I read Flawless and Reckless by Elsie Silver. And I'm considering reading Heartless because it's another age gap. But I went to all the libraries that had Elsie Silver in this fucking country. And they don't have Heartless. I went to Lisbon. I was in Lisbon and I specifically went to a bookstore to try to find Heartless and they didn't have it. So now I'm just procrastinating buying it online because I already have those Wildcard and Nocticadia that are coming in November, and I'm trying to not buy more books. And if they don't have it in the physical version and it's like good price, I'm not gonna buy it. Maybe I'll have to read it on my Kindle at some point. But it was Wild Love that we were talking about. I know it's about a musician and small town. All I know. And that's enough. The other book I'm really excited, I think is going to fit perfectly the romance fall vibes, is 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. I know this is about 2 writers. Why did I do this? 2. It's 2 writers and they have been writing on their books about each other or to each other. I have no idea if that's correct. If I'm wrong, you can please correct me in the comments. But I think it's just gonna be cool. And I've heard so many people saying good things about it, so likely I'm gonna like it. And last 2 books we have Divine Rivals. I own the physical copy of this book, and I've heard people saying that the second one, that's Ruthless Vows, is horrific. They didn't like it. So I'm gonna read this one. See if I enjoy it, if I love it, give it 7 stars. And if I do, I might pick up the second one. If it's like a good book, but I'm okay with the ending of it, maybe I won't. Because I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared of going into second books and they ruining the first one, so maybe won't do that. But this one, I don't know. I put these 2 together, 7 Days in June and Divine Rivals, and they have a similar premise. In the Divine Rival, in Divine Rivals, they have this magic typewriters, and she thinks she's writing to her brother. I think that's the story. I'm not sure. But no, she's writing to this other guy and academic rivals, and yeah. I think I'm going to like that. And the last book, I also have the physical copy, and I should get through with it because I've had it in my house for like a year. 1 year. 1 year is a lot. So I got to read it, and it is The Invisible Life of Eddie LaRue. I know there's a criticism on this book that she has lived 300 years or whatever, and she hasn't met a person of color, apparently. No, actually. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with this book. I'm going to read it, see how it goes. But I've seen that criticism everywhere, so we have that. But since I have the physical copy, I'm going to get through it. I'm going to read it. And I think I'm going to like it for what it is. Because she kind of sells her soul. So, fall, selling your soul, period. It's going to be great. These are my 10 books for fall. Maybe I'll infiltrate some other books in the middle of this DVR, but I think these are my priority books. And yeah, now I'm gonna journal about them. I'm gonna put them on a page in my journal. I love like reading the book and then checking it out on my journal. It's so cool. You guys got a journal. You guys gotta get a book journal. So yeah, sorry that this video doesn't have much editing. I'm just gonna fix the sound and put my little Lilas thing, and then that's gonna be it. If you guys enjoyed this type of videos, don't forget to leave me a like and subscribe. And I'll probably see you next week. Bye bye. Have a good fall.